Okay, let's move on from library world, shall we? Let's talk about the open web. So, pros and cons. Just like with the library, there are pros to using the open web and cons. The pros are everybody can Google. We're all very good at it at this point, and there is an immense amount of content out there. Some of it is academic and open source. On the con side, some of it is not open source, which means you're going to hit a paywall when you try to get the really high quality stuff. And everything else has kind of a lack of oversight. There are levels to authority in the world, right? So some of the things that you find on a .com website are going to be a-okay, and some of it's not. So that requires a level of critical analysis and critical thinking and a lot of digging and question asking that can be really labor intensive, trying to figure out if this is an authoritative resource or not. So, pros, it's easy to do. Cons, it's harder in the long run to figure out if what you're looking at is usable. However, there are good ways to use the open web. One of the things that I want to talk to you about is a tool that our library provides called Lean Library. Lean Library is a browser extension so that if you are out on the open web researching and you hit one of those paywalls, it will search our library for you and see if we have holdings for it. You'll get a pop-up. It says Get Access. If you click the button, it takes you right to the library so that you can read it. I never want you guys to pay for information while you're students here. Lean Library can be one of the ways that you can search the open web in a way that makes sense to you while still taking advantage of the library subscriptions. If you'd like to download Lean Library, and I do suggest it, from the library's homepage, scroll back to Quick Links and look for the Lean Library button. If you click on that, you'll get a video talking about what it is, and then there's a widget here where you can add it to your browser. There is also an app for iOS if you're an iPad user and you like to do things on your iPad. There is an app for that also called Lean Library Academic Browser. But if you click on this, it'll take it to your web store. You can download it, affiliate with Maryville. It'll ask you what institution you're with. Just type in Maryville, and then you'll be good to go. Let's see it in action. I'm going to go to Google Scholar. How many of you have used Google Scholar before? Okay, a couple. For those of us who have not used Google Scholar, it harnesses all the power of Google. So all of that information, all of those repositories, all of the websites, except it's only looking for academic literature. So it already has filtered down to those scholarly peer-reviewed journals that we're very interested in, but you can use it just like you would Google. So I'm going to type in stroke patients with aphasia, and we'll see what kind of articles we get. Google Scholar also has filters. So over here on the left side, there is a time filter. I'm going to click the Since 2021 filter and get rid of things that are older. And we know that these are supposed to come from peer-reviewed academic journals, so we don't need a filter for that. There's also a filter for review articles. And what does that mean? That's like a systematic review. So the kinds of articles where they read a lot of primary sources and then summarize them and tell you what they said. If you want to filter by that, there is a filter for that over here as well. Other things to know about Google Scholar results. If you see something in the right column, like where it says PDF or HTML and then it gives a link, that means that it's likely that there is open access to that article on the open web. Open access meaning they're not going to paywall you. But if you don't see something on the right side, that is where Lean Library kicks in. And I don't know what's going to happen for this one, so we'll find out together. It thinks that we've already hit the full text. That is a lie. We'll find another. It looks to see if our library has access to the article. If it does, you get a pop-up that looks like this, except it says, get access to this resource. You click the button and it redirects to the library. The other thing that it will do is it will look for open access, so a free copy, and it will redirect you to that. Or the third option, if neither of those two things can work, is that it will hook you up with interlibrary loan. So like I mentioned before, we can borrow it from another library and they'll email you a copy. So when you have Lean Library installed and you're going out onto Google Scholar or PubMed or the ASHA website, if you're going out onto any of those resources that are good places for you to find reliable content, professional organizations, well-known national repositories for medicine. If you have Lean installed, you'll get these pop-ups so that you can still take advantage of the library even though you're searching in a different place. Does that make sense? How many of us are going to download Lean and use it? Fantastic. It really has revolutionized the way that I do my work. Another thing that I really love about it is if we are out on the open web and I see a term or I see a phrase that I'm like, oh yeah, I really want to search for that. You can highlight things, like just click and drag, right click, and Lean also adds this search at MU function. And if I click that, it will take whatever I highlighted and throw it into Discovery Search for us. So even if you're on just like a random website, let's say you find a blog where somebody is talking about their family member's experience with aphasia, right? And you want to read about that. You want that firsthand kind of account. And you see something that they say that really sticks out to you. You can highlight and search and then look for, peer-reviewed literature within the last 5 years about whatever they said. So that right-click search is really cool too. Just the little search at MU icon. Ah, Jesse, thank you. Already done. I'm so happy. I hope it serves you well.